to see you this morning,
Morning,
Senator. What is your reaction to this peace proposal that is on the table?
My reaction is it's awful. It would make Neville Chamberlain's giving in to Hitler, the outset of World War II, look strong in comparison. The fact that this was almost a series of Russian talking points would require Ukraine to give up the totality of the Donbass, parts they still control, cut back their military forces going forward, never be able to join NATO. This would be a complete capitulation, and it's why I think you're hearing from Congress, both sides, people pushing back, and obviously the Europeans feel like they've been totally left high and dry.
You've heard the deadline from President Trump, but then him saying that's not, there's room for negotiation here. It seems like, so what do you think happens on Thursday?
It feels like this was a plan that they took almost entirely from the Russians, did no consultation with Congress, no consultation with the Europeans, obviously didn't read in Zelensky and the Ukrainians, and now they're getting ferocious pushback. So one more time, Trump is changing his deadlines. Of course, how he picked Thanksgiving to start with, I have no idea, but now even with this this back and forth that it's not really an American plan, or is it an American plan? This is the kind of chaos that unfortunately represents so much of the Trump foreign policy.
So what do you think President Zelensky should do? He's been through this before. It's kind of back and forth with this White House. They support you, they pull it back. Do you think all of this proposal, which seems to heavily favor Russia, is that just a starting point?
Well, I would hope so.
Again.
I would hope so. Again, the Ukrainians have performed magnificently in the field. They are reinventing the nature of warfare in terms of use of drones. To have this proposal forced upon them, I think, as Zelensky said, Ukrainian dignity versus giving up a partner. I would hope the president would not be so weak as to try to force this plan on the Ukrainians and our other allies. It would, I think, send not only a horrible signal for Europe, but the person who's watching this probably the most closely is President Xi in China. And if the Americans are willing to throw in their towel so much like this on Ukraine, you can bet that Xi's thinking this gives him a clearer path in terms of taking Taiwan.
But what does Zelensky do here? If on Thursday the president says, I'm telling you right now, take what we've got on the table, and there'd probably be some changes, or we're done. What does Zelensky do? Just hope that Europe rises and helps him out?
You have overwhelming support still for Ukraine. The last Ukraine aid package had 80% of the Congress. I think the president is seeing this one-sided plan kind of blow up in his face with pushback from the Ukrainians, from the Europeans, from members of Congress of his own party. And my hope is he'll come back and be a bit more reasonable.